Hi everyone, welcome to my fourth video on building my C&C cage. This is the updated cage. This is what it looks like now. This is what it looks like with the Corex in it. This black material by here, that's along the base and up the walls. This is the Corex. It is 2mm thick. It's quite thin, but it's still very strong. It's waterproof and I'm really pleased with it. I am going to cut out another piece and add it on the base just to thicken it just a little bit, so it's going to be 4mm instead of 2 along the bottom. So it'll add a little bit of extra protection, but for the walls I think 2mm is enough. So I'm really pleased with how it's turned out. I've done this section up here. I've only done the walls I think 5 centimeters on the walls up here, because none of their bedding or anything is going to be up here. This is going to be like the fleece area and the cuddly section with all their beds and everything. So I'm not worried about anything falling out through the gaps in the sides. So I didn't want to build up the walls too high by here. However, in this area by here, this is going to be their main living space. So this is going to be filled with bedding probably about up to here. So I wanted to build the walls up so that no bedding or debris or anything could fall out of the sides onto the floor. So I think these sides are 25 centimeters. So they're quite high, so you need a nice big piece of Corex to do this. So I'll show you in my next video if I do one, and the sizes of the pieces I got. I got 4 pieces. Each one was 1.2 by 2.4 meters, so they were absolutely massive bits. They were delivered all rolled up, so I had to spend a couple of days trying to flatten them. I had loads of heavy furniture on top of them, so they were being flattened for about 2 or 3 days. So I've only just done this, and I'm really pleased with the results. So far I've done 3 sections. I haven't done the kitchen yet. If I do another video, I'm going to show you how to make a Corex base. So I'll show you how to make the kitchen. So keep an eye out for that. Anyway, I've done 3 sections. I've done this large section by here, which was, I can't remember the exact measurements, but I know it was 72 centimeters across. I'm not sure how much it was in length. I think about 140 centimeters, something like that. But that was this piece. And let me take that bit up by here. So it was like that. Made this complete piece. And then I cut down here and here, flattened that down, and then made that piece down there as well, which is a separate bit, so they can just walk straight through. So that's how I did it. I was confusing myself. I thought, should I do it in one big piece? Should I do the whole thing? And I thought, no, I'll just confuse myself. So I'll do this piece, and I'll do that piece separate, cut that door, flatten it, and then they can go down there. So that's this section down here. And then I also did this section up here, which was about 36 by about 50 something, because it's 1 cube and half a cube. So it's a weird size, this one. And then again I built up the sides, which were about 5 centimeters. So yes, it was a big job. You need a very big floor space to build something as large as this, because it really is. That piece of Corex is huge. It doesn't look it because of just the base, but you add these sides, which are both 25 centimeters. So add these sides, it's another 50, and then 25 down there, 25 down here. It's an absolutely massive piece. So you need a nice big room if you're going to do this. Reason I chose black, they did have clear. I chose black because guinea pigs, they love to feel safe. They love hiding. They love going into corners and feeling that they're invisible and you can't see them, basically. So I bought black so they feel a little bit safer. They can hide. They can go under their little roofs, and down here they're going to love it down there. It's lovely and dark down there. So that's the reason I bought it, and I think it looks so nice and sleek. And when all the furniture's in there, when all the colourful bedding and all their houses are in there, it's going to look really fab. So that's the reason I bought the black. I just think it looks really nice. So that is the cage so far. That is the 4th step in making my C&C cage. The next bit is putting up the ramps. As you know, I've cut out the holes. So there you go. Again, I'll show you by here. I cut the Corex so that it fits around the door. So there you go by there. Hopefully they won't nibble that. I have a feeling they might. So we'll see how that goes. I also put clips. I know a lot of people sellotape, but I put little clips to hold the corners together because you cut the corners. I just thought it would hold it together, be a bit more sturdy. I don't think the sellotape is enough. So that's the reason I did that. So I've put a clip in every corner. Same with down here, I've clipped it all together. So it holds these pieces together and it's nice and sturdy. So there you go. 5 sheets, as I said in my last video. I think it was £27.50. I bought them off a seller on eBay. I'll put the link in the description box. I already did this in my last video, but in case you haven't watched it, I will put the link in the description box so you can buy them. Be aware they are massive, massive sheets. So you'll need a nice big room if you're going to cut them out. And yeah, so I'm really, really pleased with that. Going to build the kitchen area later. Again, like this section down here, I'm going to build up the walls. Probably not so high. Probably build them up about 15 centimetres this time rather than 25. But I want to build them up quite high because they're going to have their hay and everything up here. So I don't want it spilling out of these gaps down here. Still got to punch some holes through so we can place the water bottles through. Also going to try and get another one. As I'm getting 3 pigs, I want to have a water bottle each. So I'm going to go into Pets at Home or go on eBay and see if I can get another one. So there we go. So my boyfriend's coming up on the weekend, so we're going to get the ramps up and everything. And then I think that's it. Apart from drilling a couple of holes for those water bottles, I think that is it, literally. And then just got to wait for the pigs then. Got another two weeks and a bit until I can go up and get them. So yeah, it's exciting times. But to make this Corex base, there's a list of things you're going to need. You're going to need a Stanley knife. You're going to need a cutting board. You're going to need a tape measure, a ruler, paper and a pen, sellotape or some clips. Clips like these, or you can use sellotape, no problem. I just think this holds it more in place and it's a little bit more sturdier. So I'll try and make a video of me building the kitchen area if I can, if I've got enough time. So yeah, it's really easy to make. I watched a lot of other videos and I thought, oh god, I'm never going to be able to do that, especially this huge bit by here. I thought, oh gosh. But it was really, really easy to make. The main thing is getting the measuring right and getting all the sides measured so they're exactly the same. You've got to be really particular about this because you don't want one side being higher than the other. It just looks a bit uneven. I don't know, maybe because I'm a bit of a neat freak, stuff like that gets on my nerves, but yeah. And you've got to make sure when you're scoring the sides that you don't cut all the way through. You're just gently pressing the knife into those corners so that it makes it easier to bend. You don't want to go cutting right through it because the walls will not stay up, they'll just fall down. Which in some sections mine is. I must have cut into it a bit harder than the other sections. So that's a little bit annoying. But all in all, I'm really pleased with the results. For this section by here, because these two pieces aren't actually connected, I just sellotaped down here because these pieces didn't meet completely. So I put some sellotape down there just to stop anything falling out through that side. So everything's in place now. So I'm just deciding now where to put everything and where to put their pig loos and stuff like that. So it's exciting now. I can't believe it. It's finally come together. Again, I got that under storage. I'm going into town, I think tomorrow, and I'm going to get some storage boxes so I can get all of this stuff that's just sitting here on the bed. I can get it all underneath and away, so that the room looks fairly tidy again, because at the moment, just look at it. Oh, these piggies are not even here yet, and look at the mess. This room is so tiny anyway, so it really does look like a bomb's hit it. So, just got to get the storage, got to slip it underneath the cage, and then we won't see it. So, yeah, really exciting. So, finally done. So, I'm going to get on doing the kitchen area soon. And, yeah, it's about done then. I'll have no other videos to make until the pigs come. And then we can get to know them. But, yeah, that's about it. If you've got any questions, please get in touch. Still waiting on a few things to be delivered. I've ordered some bedding, or the Carefresh pet bedding. So I'm going to see how that goes. Going to give that a trial. Also ordered some like toys and stuff off eBay, like piggy kebab and the treat balls. So I'm waiting on those. So I'll do a little video when they come, showing you all my supplies. So that's about it. Hopefully be able to make a video, like I said, on making the kitchen. If not, next time I make a video, you'll see it and I'll show you and I'll go through it all. So yeah, thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Again, if you have any questions or any comments, please get in touch. I'll put the link to the Corex, the seller's shop on eBay. I'll put that in the description box now. Okay, thank you guys. See you soon. Bye.